Hi students, welcome to online class. So in this video we are going to discuss about chapter 10, flow of control. See, in this video we are going to discuss about control statements and its types. We are going to discuss about control statements and its types. So in the previous video we have discussed about what is mean by statement and then what are the kinds of statements. So now in this video we are going to discuss about what is mean by control statement and then what are the types of control statement. First of all, we want to know what is mean by control statement. Control statements are the statements that alter the sequence of flow of instructions. Control statements means those statements that are used to alter the sequence of flow of instructions. See, whenever we create a program, so what will happen? Whenever we create the program, first of all line number 1 will be executed. After the line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, then line number 4, like that. So line by line the program will be executed. But whenever the program is not executed in a sequential manner, whenever the program, the flow of instructions, the instructions are not executed in a sequential manner, that means after executing line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, so when it goes this in this manner, this is called sequential. But after executing line number 1, line number 2, after line number 2, instead of executing line number 3, it executes line number 5. Whenever the program flow jump from one line to another line, that is, it is not executed in a sequential manner, then that is called control statements. Can you understand, students? Whenever the program is not executed in a sequential manner, then that is called control statements. We are going to alter the instructions. So after executing line number 2, we are going to execute line number 5. So we are going to skip line number 3, line number 4. Right? In a program, statements may be executed in a program. Statements may be executed in a 3 different manner. What are the 3 different manner? Sequential manner, and then selectively manner, then iteratively. So these are the 3 types of control statements. The control statements are of 3 types. One is called a sequential statement, and another one is called a selection statement. Third one is called iteration statement. So that is what here they are given. In a program, statements may be executed in a 3 different manners. What are the 3 different manners? Means sequential manner, selective manner, that is selectively, and then iteratively. Okay. Every programming languages provide statements to support. Every programming languages provide statements to support sequence, selection, that is selection is otherwise called as branching, and iteration. See, not only C++ language, all the programming languages supports these 3 types of statements. What are the 3 different types of statements? Sequential statement, selection statement. Selection statement is otherwise called as branching statement, and then last one is iteration. So each and every programming languages, for example C, Python, C++, all these languages will have or will support these 3 different statements: sequential, selection, and then iteration. Can you understand, students? Right. If the statements are executed sequentially, then the flow is called sequential flow. Whenever the statements are executed in a sequential manner, that is one by one, line by line, then that flow is called sequential flow. Then see here, in some situations, if the statements alter the flow of execution, if the statements alter the flow of execution, like branching, iteration, jumping, right? Sometimes line number after executing line number 2, we may execute line number 5. Sometimes we may execute after line number 2, we execute 3 and 4, but we will not execute line number 5. We directly go for line number 6. So like this, some situations, some statements are executed, some statements are not executed. So we are going to alter the flow of instruction. We are going to execute the set of instructions not in a perfect order, sequential manner. We are going to alter. Then that flow is called a control flow. That flow is called a control flow. Now we can see one by one. That is what is meant by sequential statement, then selection statement, and then iteration statement in a detailed manner. So sequential statement means, from the name itself we can understand, the sequential statement are the statements that are executed one after the another only once from top to bottom. See, whenever you are standing in a cinema theater, or else whenever you are standing in a ration shop, whenever you are standing in a railway ticket counter, so you want to stand in a queue. So you are standing in the 10th position. For example, you are standing in the 10th place. So who will get the ticket first? The person who is standing first, he will get the ticket. After he get the ticket, then he will go out of the queue. Then the second person will get the ticket. So one by one, in the queue, the persons, they will move. They will move near the counter, and then they will get the ticket one by one, and then they will come out of the counter, that is queue. So in programming languages, in the program, the line by line, the program will be executed line by line. That is, the statements are executed one after the another. That is one by one. Right? One by one. And then it will be executed only once. Whenever the line number 2 is executed, after that again line number 2 will not be executed. So that is what they used to call it as sequential statements. So statements are executed from top to bottom. Statements are executed from top to bottom. Then these statements do not alter the execution, do not alter the flow of execution. So here there is no alteration. Line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like that, the lines will be executed in a sequential manner, one by one. No change at all. No change in the order. These statements are called sequential flow statements. These statements are called sequential flow statements because it is executed in a sequential manner. Can you understand, students, what is meant by sequential statement? Right. Now, they are always end with a semicolon. Each and every statement is end with a semicolon. Each and every statement is end with the semicolon. From the picture, you can understand that statement 1 is executed first, then statement 2, then after executing statement 2, statement 3. So the statements are executed one by one. Can you understand, students? Right. Now we can go for the selection statement. What is mean by selection statement? Selection statement means, the selection statement means the statement executed depend upon a condition. The selection statement means the statements are executed depends upon the condition. See, for example, you are going with your parents, you are going for a textile shop. Students, they used to purchase the dresses for the Deepavali function. You just take a real-time example. You are going with your parents, or some of them they will go by their own, and then they will purchase the dresses. So some of them they will accompany with the parents. So how the students will purchase the dresses? So some of the students, they used to pick the dresses by using the color. So this particular color I don't have. So you will explain to your parents, this color I need. So like that we will choose. So some students, they will select the dresses based on the color. Some students, they will go by brand. So this particular brand only I will use to wear. So this particular brand I need. Some of them, they used to purchase based on the cost. Some of the students, they used to purchase based on the cost. Whenever they are purchasing with a low cost 500 rupees or like that, so that they can get more number of dresses. So they can purchase more than 2 or 3 dresses. So their budget is 1500 or 2000, so that they can get more than 3 dresses. So like that they used to purchase. So here, based on some students, based on color they are choosing their dress. Some students, based on the brand they are choosing. Some students, based on the cost they are choosing the dresses. So like that, here some condition is applied. While purchasing the dresses, you are applying a condition. I need this color. No, I need only this brand. No, I need only this. I need the dress based on the cost. So whenever we are purchasing the dresses, we are setting a condition. Is it right or not? So like that, selection statement means we can execute the statements based on particular condition. The statements are going to be executed based on the condition. If a condition is true, true block is executed. That is, true block means some statements will be executed. Otherwise, false block is executed. So false block means another statement. For example, if the condition is true, statement 1 is executed. If the condition is false, statement 2 is executed. Can you understand, students? If the condition is true, statement 1 is going to be executed. But if the condition is false, statement 2 will be executed. So at all times, either statement 1 or statement 2 is executed. At all times, either statement 1 or statement 2, not both. Either statement 1 or statement 2 is executed, not both. So this statement is otherwise called as decision making statement. That is decision statement or selection statement, because it helps in making the decision about which set of statements should be executed. So the condition is deciding whether we want to execute statement 1 or statement 2. The condition is deciding, it is making a decision whether statement 1 or statement 2 is going to be executed. So that's why it is called as decision statement or selection statement. Right. You can see the flow chart. This is called flow chart. From this you can understand how the program flows. So we are entering into the condition. You can see here condition is represented by the rhombus symbol. Right? Rhombus symbol. When the condition becomes true, here statement 1 is given here. So that will be executed. And then we will go out of the program. So exit. After executing statement 1, directly exit. No need to execute statement 2 because condition is true. But when the condition becomes false, here statement 2 is executed and then we are coming out of the program. So statement 1 is not executed. So at all times statement 1 or statement 2 is executed. That is purely based on the condition. Can you understand, students? So now we are going to see the last topic in this video, iteration statement. What is mean by iteration statement? The iteration statement is a set of statements that are repeatedly executed based upon a condition. So some statements are going to be executed in a repeated manner. Some statements are going to be executed in a repeated manner. So that is called iteration statement. How it is executed repeatedly means based on the condition. Based on the condition. For example, let us take a real-time example. So we used to hear the music. We used to hear the songs. Whenever you can see in the music players, there will be an option called repeat. There will be an option called repeat. if the repeat is in on condition, what will happen? If the repeat is in on condition, so a song will start and then a song will stop. After stopping, again the same song will repeat again. A single song will be repeated again and again. So why the same song is repeated again and again? Because the repeat is in on condition. So when we just switch the off, when we switch the repeat option to off, when we switch the repeat option to off, then what will happen? So one song will not be repeated again, so it plays the next song. After completing the first song, it plays the next song. So that is what here they are saying. Iteration statement means it is a set of statement that is going to be executed repeatedly. It is based on the condition. Now you see here, if the condition evaluates to true, if the condition evaluates to true, that is, if the condition is true, the set of statement is repeated again and again. If the condition is true, the set of statement is repeated again and again. That is, true block is executed again and again. But when the condition becomes false, then automatically the repetition stops. That is, the statement is not executed. As soon as the condition becomes false, the statement is not executed. That is, true block is not executed. So this is also known as looping statement or iteration statement. This is also known as looping statement or iteration statement. Can you understand, students? Until the condition is true, the statements are executed. When the condition becomes false, the statement is not executed. So now here you can see the condition. Here the condition is there. If the condition is true, statement 1 and 2. We used to call it as loop body. We used to call it as loop body or body of the loop. Loop body or body of the loop. So that is executed. Again checks the condition. Again true. Again true means what will happen? Again loop body. That is body of the loop. Again checking the condition. Again true. Body of the loop. So until the condition is true, body of the loop is executed. When the condition becomes false, we are coming out of the loop. That is, we are exiting the condition. We are going out of that. Can you understand, students? See here, the set of statements that are executed again and again is called body of the loop. So this is very important. You note it down, this word. The set of statements is called the body of the loop. So which is repeated again and again. That set of statements, one or two statements, that is called a body of the loop, loop body. Then condition on which the execution or exit from the loop. So whenever the condition becomes false, whenever we are exiting from the loop, then that is called a exit condition. Exit condition or test condition. Can you understand, students? Generally, all the programming languages supports this type of statements to write programs depending upon the problem. So all the programming languages will support the sequential statement, selection statement, and then iteration statement. So we are going to discuss all these type of statements in the upcoming sessions. Upcoming sections means in the next videos we will discuss one by one. What is mean by selection statement? What are all the different selection statements are there? And then what is mean by iteration statements, and what are the different types of iteration statements are there? We can discuss. Then see here, selection statements and iteration statements are executed depending upon the condition. You want to note down this. Selection condition and selection statement and iteration statements always execute based on the condition only. Sequential statement, there is no condition, right? And then the condition can become true or false. The conditional expression evaluates either true or false. So here it results the Boolean value. The condition will result the Boolean value. The Boolean value may be true or false. See here they have given in note. In your book you can see In C++, any non-zero value means other than 0. In C++, other than 0, that is non-zero value is called 1. Maximum the non-zero value means it will be 1. It will not be any other value. So it is treated as true. It is treated as true, including negative numbers. Including the negative numbers, it is considered as true. But when the given number is 0, then it is treated as false. So true means other than 0, false means that is 0. Right? Can you understand, students? So I think you might have understood this video. What is mean by control statements? What are the different types of control statements? Sequential, selection, iteration. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.